Hi, my name is Eli McBride. I'm a sophomore here at Canyon City High School.
My name is Declan Hamilton, and I am a junior at Canyon City High School.
So basically, what our driving question for our capstone was how might we increase the awareness at Loaves and Fishes in order to have a positive impact in our community. So what Loaves and Fishes is, it's our local homeless shelter. So they take people in, they can sleep there and take care of them, but they also double as a food pantry. So they not only distribute food to people who are in need, but they also give out food to other smaller food pantries in our local community and area. And so what we did was, in order to answer our driving question, we wanted to get an inside look at kind of how Loaves and Fishes ran. They're a nonprofit, so we wanted to see how nonprofit organizations went about, making sure they had money for all sorts of things. So basically, we just spent our time there. We did a lot of warehouse work in doing stuff with food, getting food from local donors such as Walmart and Safeway. But they also have multiple programs that they have there. So they have a program that helps house people. They have a program that helps inmates who are just getting out of prison, making sure they have a place to stay until they can eventually get onto their feet. And so that's basically what we did for our capstone.
But while we did this capstone largely outside of school, on our own time, talking to different people and executive directors from the different programs, we would not have been able to make nearly as large of an impact on our community or on this program as a whole if not for our internship.
Right, because at Canyon City High School we have internships where we can go out and get real-world experience with different places. Basically, we chose to go to Loaves and Fishes because we wanted to do our capstone there, and so it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. And in doing this, we were also able to get plenty of time working there. We had over 60 hours of work at Loaves and Fishes, and so we were able to get great content for our capstone, but we were also able to really delve into this place and understand how they work, and it was a really great experience. And so
Yep, totally agree. So while this internship was a perfect way for us to effectively kill two birds with one stone, as both of them are graduation requirements at our high school, this project would not have been nearly as successful or as good if we didn't have Unruler to kind of help. And so Unruler is a very intuitive to use resource. It's often compared to a social media platform, which is a very apt comparison. It functions much in a very similar way. This resource has allowed us to take pictures, keep documents, and just videos and stuff all organized under one thing and one tool. It made it much faster to record this evidence since it'll cut out the middleman. Largely this process beforehand involved having to email your pictures and videos to yourself and then exporting it to your Google Drive in order to then input it into your presentation. However, with Unruler, all we have to do is take a picture and then upload it as if you were doing that on Instagram. So with Unruler, it's really nice because not only is it visible to us, it's visible to our teachers, so it can also help with accountability, making sure that we are staying on top of this project, which makes it easier to not procrastinate and fall behind, which is a very large problem that most students will struggle with. It also, one of the great benefits is that it'll keep everything within a timeline order, so there's nothing you have to do within your Google Drive or anything like that. It automatically organizes it all going from present to past, which makes it super easy to then put it into a timeline, which is another a requirement within the capstone itself, showing our entire process and how long this took. So, because a capstone is not meant to be some simple, quick little knock it out in a week thing, this capstone has taken us about a year and a half
to about a year started, yeah.
And so Unruler has made it super easy to keep all that in order because we're not going to remember why we did something a year ago and to have a picture of it. But with Unruler, you can caption it with a short summary of why you used it, and then it keeps it in order and just makes it super easy. So it's a really great resource, but I'd say the only one kind of frustrating thing we were kind of finding was having to keep updating that timeline with the new posts, because the timeline, when you make it, that's when it's set in stone. So it's going to be like in the middle or in the bottom whenever you started using it. So you're going to have to scroll back through your post to figure out where it's at in order to add to it. But I'd say that was really the only one thing we changed.
I think besides that, it was a great thing to use. It really helped us make sure we were staying on top of things, making sure we had things in order. It just really set us up for success in our capstone. And I think without Unruler, it would have been definitely a lot more difficult.
A lot harder.
Making sure we had everything in that one place was just such a great thing to have. And so
yeah, because like it was just supernatural at our capstone. You just make sure they're okay with it, and all I'd have to do is just pull out my phone, take a quick picture, and boom, we've got evidence that we were interacting with a chief executive of Loaves and Fishes, or a director of another ministry program, or just even the people who were coming to Loaves and Fishes itself in need. If they were okay with it, it was just one picture and it was all done under one thing. So it was really nice, really helpful. It wasn't clunky, it was nice and streamlined. So yeah, I'd say overall it was very helpful to our capstone, and